Hey, 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 it's Friday night, and you know what that means? It's time for Around the Table with your vision coach, Alicia. And I am super excited, as I am every Friday night, to come and sit around the table with you. So listen, go get your glass of water, your juice, maybe a tip of wine, whatever it is that you desire, and come and sit with me. Remember now, it's okay to go ahead and share, and bring others into the room to sit with us around the table. As always, I have fantastic guests. And tonight, it's no different. I am so excited because I have someone tonight that is super duper, and I'm telling you, you're going to miss it. So start sharing. I am going to bring my guest in with me tonight. And here she is, no other than Master Coach Angela House. Hi, Angela.
Hi, Apostle Alicia. How are you? It is so much fun to be here tonight.
Yes. I'm so excited to your yes. Everybody doesn't say yes. Do you know that there's some people that say no, but you said yes? And I'm so excited
yes.
that you came with me tonight. So listen, we are going to sit around this table, and whoever joins us, we are going to be so happy that they're here. And Master Coach, if you want to, you can share this out as well. It is on YouTube, on my personal page, as well as my business page. And so right now, I am going to transition to my other screen and bring in. There we go. I just brought in my business page. So we are covered tonight.
All right.
Listen, before we get started, tell the people who you are.
Well, my name is Master Coach Angela House. I am a certified master coach. My specialty niches are public speaking and business startup. I have been doing business for 30 plus years. Yes, I'm older than I try to act, right? I try to keep that under the table.
Down low.
Yeah. I've been doing business for well over 30 years for major corporations with major accounts. And I still do that. I still work my 9 to 5. I have a lot of flexibility with my time. And in the evenings, I work my business. And right now, I have 2 businesses.
Awesome. We'll get into that a little bit later. Listen, I just want you to know, madam, I am older than you.
Maybe not.
Yes, I am. I'm older than you. And so
that's up for debate.
It's up for debate. Okay, we'll debate it after. But listen, when you introduced yourself, you said that you're a master coach. What is a master coach?
A master coach is someone that has gotten their certifications in at least 5 key areas.
Wow.
So for me, those key areas are marketing, business, public speaking, grieving, and life coach.
Wow.
So I am certified in all of those categories to coach and mentor and help people that need help in those areas.
That is awesome. You know what? I understand that it is not a must to be certified. But when people take that extra step and they're certified, what do you think happens?
The advantage to me is that you've taken the classes that you need to take. You are professionally qualified to do the job. It's to me, it's like you can be a nurse. You went to school and you're a nurse. You can become a nurse practitioner, which means you've got a little more certification behind you. So you can do more than a nurse can do, or you can become a doctor. So with this coaching, a lot of people have life experiences and they call themselves life coaches and they do a good job. I'm not knocking it, but you understand the ramifications and the impact that you have on someone's life when you take the appropriate training. There are tips and things that you learn from an educational perspective when you get your certification that you just don't really know because you're basing it on your life experiences.
Awesome.
So for
Awesome.
me, one of the things that was key in business was learning about limiting beliefs. I had never even thought about limiting
Mhm.
beliefs. So sometimes we find ourselves in an area that we say we can't do something, or I don't have the expertise. You limit yourself on what your potential is because you need to understand what those limitations really are. Is it really a limitation, or is it a limitation that's been stereotyped in your mind because people say certain things?
Yes, yes, yes. So then where do you go to be certified and find certification for areas? Like I know that I'm certified in 3 different areas myself, and if I would just take one more step, I can become a master coach. So
Absolutely.
where do you go to get those type of credentials?
Well, there's a plethora of places that you could go to get those credentials, but you know what I'm going to say. For
Yes.
me, it's the Life Christian College. And the reason I say that is because that is where I got my certifications from. And I am now attached to the Life Christian College as the vice president of certifications. I take this very seriously. I think when you pour and invest into yourself to get that certification, you find yourself in a better area. You can command more money. It's just like having license plate LPN behind your name
Yes.
versus an
Yes.
MD behind your name.
Yes.
You might be making $100,000 as an LPN. It's probably making $300,000 as an MD.
Yes.
Just for example. So one, your value is no, and people tend to migrate to you more because they feel you have the qualifications that you need. So I'm going to take, for example, with the pandemic, grief coaching became a large area.
Yes. Yes.
One of the things that we found out with the grief coaching is that, you know, a lot of pastors and ministers want to do grief coaching and they're good at it. And I'm not knocking them. But for someone that is certified with grief coaching, they were able to attach themselves to um, morticians and funeral homes and offer that service to come in
Yes.
and help families that needed to be coped. And it was starting at around $750 an hour.
Wow.
So the certification gives you that leverage. I'm a master certified grief coach. My price is $500. My price is $750. But I can come in and say I'm a grief counselor or a grief coach, and I'm going to charge you $250.
Yes.
Well, are
Yes.
you going to get the same level of support that you need? Do you understand the different stages of grief? Do you understand that grief affects an adult differently than it affects a child? Who was the person that passed away in that relationship? We have
Mhm.
adults that have older parents, it affects them differently. You have a parent that loses a child, it's a whole different ball of wax.
Wow. Wow. That is so interesting. When you talked about the scope of how you can actually really earn a living
Yes.
by being certified, and I had that experience because I became certified during the pandemic myself,
All right.
and I find that I can charge what I'm
Yes.
worth
Exactly.
because I'm
Exactly.
certified and get results. Master Coach, let me ask you this. You know, I kind of was laughing when you said that because yesterday I saw something on television that really made me laugh. In the ball basketball arena,
Mhm.
these mascots, they showed where the highest mascot was paid $645,000 a year, and
Wow.
the lowest one was paid 100,000 a year. In between, the other two that they showed were 450,000, and I think the other one was 200,000.
Mhm.
When I saw that, I said to myself, why are coaches afraid to charge what they are worth when there are other professions out there? A mascot who is saying, this is what I'm worth, and
Mhm.
this is what. So, what do you say to coaches, entrepreneurs who are doing public speaking? about pricing their merchandise, pricing who they are?
First of all, you have to understand the value that you bring. That's the
Good,
first thing.
good.
And you have to invest in yourself. I mean, you can come out there and say, I speak well, I'm going to be a public speaker. But do you know how to address your audience? Do you come with a compelling speech? Do you have a call to action with your speech? Can you command your audience and keep their attention? How do you wrap those things together? To me, you need training behind that.
Yes.
A lot of us are innate speakers. I tell everybody, it was a gift that was stifled for years because in school, I talked all the time. Straight A student, the one thing that I always got a bad grade on was conduct. And that was because she talks all the time. But it was a gift. And one of the things that we don't do well is understand that God gives us certain gifts. And those gifts are tied into the purpose that we ultimately have in our destiny. And we don't teach our young folks that at a early age for them to understand. Sometimes, they're just smart and they're genius or they're really good with technology and we push them into those areas. But there are so many other gifts that you have. So one of the things that I had to do was sit back and do my research.
Yes.
I had to look at what was out there. What does a public speaker really do? How do you do it? So my first class that I ever took was public speaking.
Okay.
Breezed through the class. Didn't have an issue with it. But I learned so many different things. There's techniques to your delivery. There's techniques to how you present. Can you command your audience?
Yes.
Do you write a speech that is compelling? And when I say compelling, is your message clear? Are you a motivational speaker? Are you motivating for a call to action for people to do things? And do you close it in that manner? So for me, there's public speakers out there. I mean, the high note speakers, Les Brown and Sean Fair and
Lisa Nichols. And
those guys,
yeah,
$30,000 a speech, $50,000 a speech.
Yes, yes.
So, I mean, I'm not going to come out the box and be the $50,000 guy.
Come on.
I am going to come out the box and I can be that $2,500 speech, or I can be that $5,000 speech person.
Yes, that's awesome.
And you strive to get to those levels.
Yes, yes, that's awesome. Listen, I know you as Master Coach Angela House, and I know your specialty is business startup as well as public speaking. So how do you help people to start their businesses? What is it exactly do you do?
Okay, so I have a company that's called Created to Win, coaching and consulting.
Okay.
Created to Win is my business startup. My specialty niche is helping people understand what business they should be in.
Okay.
I've seen people start their business and they say, oh, I'm going to do that. Alicia does that, and Alicia's making $200,000 a year. I'm going to do that. But the first time that I do that and I hit that roadblock, I hit that pitfall, I'm discouraged. I hit pitfall 2. I might bounce back that first time. Then I'm like, I'm not putting no more money in this.
Yes.
No, but that's not my passion, and that's not where I'm supposed to be. So one of the things that I try to do is help you with your mindset transformation and realignment about the business you want to go in. I start all my clients with a 25 questionnaire to help them understand who they are, what they do, and where you should really be.
Okay.
So I had a client and she wanted to go into business, and she wanted to be a business coach. That's what she said she wanted to be.
Mm-hmm.
She was very, very creative. When we went through her list of 25 questions, she had a list of answers from her friends, and we thought about what is it that you enjoy the most. When she was talking to me, she said, I do business because I do business at work, and I don't really like doing it, and I make good money, but I'd rather be doing it for myself than somebody else. Is that your motivation?
Ooh.
I said, because when I look at this, it says that you are the go-to person for your friends and family for your party planning. You're the go-to person for putting together shit. You're not putting together a plan. And she kind of looked at me. She says, well, that's my hobby because that's what I enjoy. But what you enjoy is your business because that's what you love. That's what you're going to have your passion in and your purpose. And that's what you have confidence in.
Exactly. That is so good. I love this conversation because it triggers me because we do a similar type of business. But I really believe that I take them through the process of really understanding how to create that business. And again, it comes from my years of experience, such as you, in corporate America and doing all of that. And we understand the formulas.
Right.
And now that we can take it and input it. And that's why I'm a vision coach, because I see things all the way down to the end before they get there. And I help them to get to where they need to go. But this is so, let's just do this for a minute. It seems like we have a great audience tonight. So let's just look at some of the comments and see if there's any questions anyone would like to ask you tonight.
Awesome.
Hi, I see some familiar people here. There is Dr. Nikki Ziegler, one of my mentors. Awesome. And Michelle. And they are all giving us all these praises and we are queens and all. Thank you so much. Very good prompts. Identify your passion and purpose. That's good. Yes. How do you get your business back off the ground if you sat it down somewhere? That's one of the questions.
How do you get your business back if you set it down? You can walk away from your business, but don't lose your passion and your fire for that business. Sometimes we have to realign and we have to pivot. So let's talk about public speaking and let's talk about COVID.
Okay.
People were doing public speaking. You had contracts. Companies were flying you out to do conferences, to speak at conventions, to do one-on-ones with staff, maybe if you were speaking on business for a corporation, and all of that stopped when COVID came. So people that were already in public speaking had to learn to pivot. And by that pivot, they had to come back and reassess what it is that they offer, how do they offer, how they're going to get the audience. And people like me who don't particularly care for technology, but I work for technology firms, but in the business section, not doing the technology itself, had to realign and understand that now I have to go virtual.
Yes.
I have to take what I have and I have to come up with a new formula. So I'm going to give you a contract. I'm coming to speak for you. I'm going to spend you $5,000, and that includes my hotel and maybe includes my airfare. So maybe I made a profit of $3,000. But now I'm virtual.
Yes.
I can't add that into there. So now I have to increase my value. So now I become the internet guru. I go to Google University because now I have to make sure that the things that I'm speaking on are correct and they're with the time. I have to help people to understand how to adjust to the change that we're having in life because of COVID at that time. I have to find out what companies are going to be willing to pivot with me to move into that arena that we can still offer these for our clients, for our company, for our personnel, and get and deliver them the message. But that means they need to realign too, because half of the workforce was no longer at work. They're working from home. Yes. Half of the other workforce was unemployed. They're looking for things that they need to do. So you're offering two things in one, whether you realize it or not. You found the people that you need to do it. You went virtual. You learned Zoom. You learned how to do StreamYard. You learned all of these things and activities that you wouldn't have done. You had to come up with things that were topics and that were critical for the time.
Yes.
You know, ease people's mind about COVID. You know, where are you and what are you doing and the things that you could do. So all of those type of topics were coming into existence. But you had to pivot. I can't say that I'm the person that goes out to corporations and I talk to you about your corporate experience. Now I have to try to encourage people, start your own business, do something from home, but you have to incorporate customer service. So I take the experience that I got and I incorporate that in trying to encourage people to pivot. That's my, is it a compelling speech? I'm compelling you to rethink what you do, take the skills that you have, figure out how you can make them work for you. There are a lot of people that never went back to corporate America because they found things that they could do online. They found
Exactly.
different ways to make income.
Yes.
But it took that mindset to pivot. And it took people like me and other public speakers to say, hey, just because we are home doesn't mean that life stops, and move forward.
Exactly. That is so interesting because even this show around the table, I was doing it for 3 years from in my church around a huge table. And I would have guests come in with their books. At that time, it was just focused on authors. And we would have this conversation around the table. And when COVID came, I was afraid of technology. I was like, Zoom, what is the street? What is all of this? And so for 6 months, I did nothing with the show because I was so afraid. And then people kept calling me and saying, don't you know how to do Zoom? Don't you? No, I don't. I don't want to learn it. And so I was very resistant. But when I pivoted, when I made up my mind and I pivoted, and also I was speaking at a lot of churches before COVID.
Right.
And so, and it was just different. No one was inviting me to speak anymore. No. So then I had to learn. Those that were inviting me wanted me to either be on their conference prayer lines.
Yes.
Or they wanted me to come on this thing called Zoom. Or they wanted me to try out StreamYard. And I'm like, okay, I'm not really a dinosaur. So get with it. Pivot. Get with this. And I'm glad that I did because now the show has been back up and running for a year and a half. It's here. And I'm privileged to have you on. But what I'm hearing you saying is also that people have to know their niche.
Yes.
They have to know where they're called, and sometimes people stay a certain place, but you have to niche down sometimes to get to that. Because when I started out, I started as a product development coach because that's what I did in corporate America. I developed products all day long. But then I realized that I had some other things I could offer because I understood business. Right. So I combined it, but now I've niched down to helping people pursue their vision and their dreams and show them how they can do it from beginning to end. And so pivoting and really niching down goes hand in hand when you truly understand who you are and what you're called to do. So let me ask you this. What do you do when you're not working? What is your hobbies? What do you like to do?
It's not a hobby, but my life is the Herpreneur Network. I think you already know that was going to be the answer. So, and I encourage everybody, join the Herpreneur Network, but find something in a group that can help you grow. I mean, I'm 67 years old and I'm doing things that.
Okay, we're the same age.
Okay, so we broke the tie. We the tie.
Okay.
So, it's like sometimes I sit there and I think about what if I had done this 30 years before, how different life may have been.
Wow.
But one of the things that I find comfort and peace in is that God knew I wasn't ready to handle it then. And it took a Dr. Nikki Ziegler and the Herpreneur Network, and I've known her for years, to say, you need to slow down. Have you ever thought about this? You've got this skill. You're good at this. You do this for people. It should be a business. And me, I'm like, I don't have no time for that. I'm going to work. And my second drawback was, she said, it's going to be a women's group. I was like, can't do that. They get messy. And she gave me a different light. She actually helped me open my eyes so I could see it from a different perspective. And when I took the time to listen, and when I took the time to pray on it, everything just kind of started falling into place. Created to Win. God gave me Created to Win in like 2014. I put up a page that said Created to Win. One friend said, like the name. I never went back to that page again. But as I was getting my certifications and I was being encouraged by Dr. Nikki and watching women bloom within the network, I was like, business.
So what is the Herpreneur Network?
The Herpreneur Network is a network like no other. It's a network of Christian women in ministry and business that work together. We collaborate.
Mm-hmm.
We learn. We push each other. It's a sisterhood. You know, we like to say we fix each other's crowns. Fixing her crowns is what I do. That's my
Yes.
job. So we try to build each other up, but we hold each other accountable. We mentor folks as they come in. Everybody has a strength. We pull off each other and we grow together. And from the time that I started to now, we've seen a shift in everything, from the people that actually started the business that weren't there for the right reasons to where we are now with a group of dynamic women that are there for not just to learn, but for the long haul. You know, we watch our business grow, but we push other people into their visions. You push people into their vision. So for me, it's a part of life that would I be 5,000 light years ahead of speed if this was available? It wasn't the time. It helped me to learn that God has a specific plan and a path for each of us. And when it's time for us to bloom and flourish, that's where we need to be.
Wow.
And this is home for me. I mean, it's a net. I haven't had this kind of fellowship, you know, with women that sometimes you don't even meet personally, but we know each other and
Yes.
we know each other. So we laugh together, we cry together, and we move forward in life together. And we
awesome. That's awesome. Hi everyone. You are sitting around the table tonight. I am Vision Coach Alicia, and my guest this evening is Master Coach Angela House, and she actually is just super fantabulous tonight. This conversation is the bomb, and so you should be inviting others to come on in and listen to this conversation. Listen, Master Coach, I understand what you're speaking about because I too am a part of this fantastic network. I forgot that I was there when it started, a founding member. And so it has changed my life totally. And I am so excited of its growth. I've seen some transition and I love what God is doing. The thing about this network is that it's open for anyone to come in. And once they come in, they fit in. And if they don't, and so tonight, what I want you to let us know is, because you said you're the vice president of the
Life Christian College for certifications.
For certification, you play a very active role, and that is a part of the Herpreneur Network as well.
Well, it's not necessarily a part of the Herpreneur Network, but Dr. Ziegler, who founded the Herpreneur Network, is also the founder of the Life Christian College.
Okay.
So in that capacity, what we do is we have, for people that come in that want to start business and they want to learn the foundations that they need, whether it's just learning business one-on-one, and whether you're learning public speaking, whether you want to learn marketing, the different things you want to do, we kind of have an inside connection to getting certified and taking those classes through the Life Christian College. As far as the network is concerned, I'm vice president of operations, which falls back into my corporate background.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Operations.
Ooh, girl, you wear some hats.
Yeah, I got a lot of hats. But right now it's just a big crown.
Yeah, crown.
Big crown.
This is such an awesome conversation. I'm so excited. Let me ask you this. To you, what is really an entrepreneur?
An entrepreneur to me is a business woman, and I'm going to say woman because I am a woman, that is dedicated to her business. But it's not just about money. We're going to make money, but it's about making an impact, a positive impact on someone else's life. Whether you're teaching someone how to start business and helping them flourish, whether you're doing public speaking and you're motivating young people, whether you are a marketer and you see someone that has a business, but you know, if they just had a little more marketing and branding skills added to them, they could fly into a different direction. Me, don't ask me to do anything about marketing and branding. Don't talk to me about color schemes. That's not my forte. I don't do that. That's what Dr. Nikki's for. Because I call her the branding coach, because that's her forte. That's her lane all day, all night, every day. She is the best branding coach that we have out there. But we have other people that are in the network where they have their particular niches to what they do. We have people that own boutiques. Those people, when you're looking for things, they need to get you dressed. They need to get you ready. We've got ladies that are very crafty and creative, and you're looking for something special. They can get that done for you. There's a couple of people in the network that make t-shirts if you're looking for someone to do that. I like to say everything that, like they say in church, everything's in the house, everything's in the network.
Yes. Amen.
But an entrepreneur for me is a person that is finding the way to fulfill their purpose and their destiny through Christ and affecting positively other people.
Yes, and that's what I wanted, because a lot of people leave God out of their businesses. And I don't understand how you can be an entrepreneur and leave God out of your business. Whether you are a believer or not a believer, there's got to be someone to guide and lead you through the process of what you're doing. That's why I truly believe that everything that we do in life is connected to our spiritual compass and who we are. I do not want to be an entrepreneur without God. I do not want, and the thing of it is, a lot of them, you said it in the beginning, a lot of people start out with the thought, I'm going to make money. Money is their main source. And what I learned when I started, because I worked for corporate America, I had, oh my God, national brands. I felt like I was running my own business anyway. So when I started to do this business in 2020, my goal when I started, my why was because I was caregiver to 2 sick parents. And I did not want during this COVID season for their lives to get any worse. So my why was that I needed to find a better way to take care of my aging parents. So of course my thought process was finances, but I went to God and I said, I need you to be in the midst of what I do. So when I started out in 2020, I went at it hard, and God just blessed.
Yes.
But what happened was, when things started to shift, I had to take my focus off of the money, because I started to think, oh, I'm not making as much money in my coaching business as I was making at that time. And I started to and I said, no, I got to put God back where he belonged in this business of my life as an entrepreneur, and he will do the rest. So what I'm saying is, don't start your business because you want to make millions of dollars.
Absolutely.
Start your business with your why, which is what I usually tell my clients. What is your why? Why you're doing this? And make sure that God is in it. We all have scriptures for our businesses. Let's see. I started because I wanted to make people happy and bring their dreams and visions to life. This person is saying that she's an event planner, and she started her business because she wanted to make people happy and bring their dreams and visions to life. And that's what we have to do when we're in business. We have to first know a couple of things. One, is it a service-based business that you are providing to people, or is it a product-based business? Some of them combine. You have to make some decisions what it is you're doing and why you're doing it and how you manage it. So, Master Coach, I am going to go off screen for 1 minute, and you're going to command the screen. You're going to speak directly to the people and let them know exactly what is on your heart tonight. So, for 1 minute.
Well, thank you, Alicia. It is my profound privilege to be here tonight. I am so proud to be here. On my heart, what I want to say is that you don't have to find yourself in a cauldron. You don't have to find yourself doing things that you don't like to do. We get up in the mornings, we go to work, we go to 9 to 5. Most of the times we got to commute. We don't want to do it. We may not be happy with what we're doing, but when you are using the gifts that God has given you, when you're using the tools that He's blessed you with, and you understand your purpose, and you're not just working for the dollar, but you're working for a purpose, you'll find that you'll be able to walk into your destiny. For me, you always have to have a Bible verse, and I did learn that through the Herpreneur Network and Dr. Nikki, for what it is that you're doing, because you have to have a foundation. And my foundation, we know our foundation is God, but you got to have a foundation that you stand on. Created to Win was born out of, once I got it back running, was born out of Genesis 1:26 and 27. God gave us dominion over the fowls of the air, the animals on the earth, everything. He gave us power and authority. And in Luke 10, he told us that we had the dominion and the power to stand on the head of the serpent and the enemy. So if you've got that power and He's giving you that authority, and He is telling you that you can stand against the enemy, you created to win. And with that, I know no matter what's coming on, no matter what trials come, that I can push through. My biggest thing that I like to do is to see people take that business and go. I take away some of those little functions that they don't want, that can discourage you in the beginning because it's tedious. Number one, understand the business that you have. Understand what your niche is going to be. Make sure you put your legal foundations in place. You know how many people say, I got a business and I do this, and they even make up a business card, but they're not legal. Put yourself to protect yourself. Make sure that you're doing your legalities. Make sure you understand where you are with your business. You're going to have to do a SWOT analysis. Understand the strengths, your weaknesses, your opportunities, your threats. Know who your competitors are, and figure out what your niche is that makes you better than someone else in that same arena. When it comes to public speaking, you have to understand the message is everything. But again, you have to understand the flexibility of understanding who your audience is. If I'm talking to young girls, what is the subject matter? If I'm talking to corporate America, what is it that business wants me to solidify with their employees? Is it customer service? Is it the importance of customer service? And you take those things, and even with small businesses, one of the things that we miss is the customer service. There's 1,000 people doing the same thing all over the world. You're not the only one. You're not the person that they can come to. You're not the only option or the choice. So for me, it's understanding the value that you bring. It's understanding the value that you have of yourself. One of the worst things that we do is not invest in ourselves. We won't take the certifications. We won't go out and pay for what we need to do, get the legal foundations. We won't get T-shirts made. We won't brand. We don't pay somebody to show us how to brand. Coca-Cola wasn't born overnight. Neither was Pepsi. They have brands. Those are brands that we know. Your goal should be to the point that when somebody says the Speaker's House, you know it's me. When somebody says it's Created to Win, I'm the person that comes to your mind. But all of that takes work. It takes investment in yourself. It takes prayer, most of all, and it takes you knowing that the steps that you are taking are ordered by God.
Oh my gosh, my gosh. Listen, you are sitting around the table with Vision Coach Alicia. And tonight, my guest is Master Coach Angela House. This is a place for authors, coaches, speakers, and women entrepreneurs. We also highlight small businesses. If you ever want to come and be a part of the show, just DM me, or you may go to my website, boss-business-coaching.com, and I will be happy to book you a space in this place. And listen, would you please just let everyone know how they can get in touch with you and what you have to offer, if there is a special offer that you have right now, whatever it is that you want to say before we conclude this awesome broadcast tonight?
Well, I have two businesses. I have Created to Win Coaching and Consulting. If you go to that website, it is Created to Win Coaching.com is the website. There's a free download of the 25 questions that can help you find your niche. And I will, if you fill out that form and you call me, we will do a free 15-minute consultation to go through those questions and help you understand your niche. My other business is the Speakers House Incubator. It is brand new. I just started it. But I'm looking for people that are interested in speech. There's 3 classes that we're going to be offering by the end of this month. There's going to be Persuasive Me. So those are for coaches that already have a business that are looking to expand and do things with their business. There's Motivational Me for those speakers that you're a motivational speaker, but you need to have an impact with the message that you're giving. And then there's one for speakers that want to get started. It's about the technique. It's about the delivery. It's about writing the speech and the components that you put to it.
Wow. You are loaded. Your crown is straight. I want to say thank you so much for being my guest this evening, my sister friend, my goal friend, and sitting around the table here with me tonight. I believe that you are making an impact in so many people's lives, including mine. And so as we continue this journey through the Herpreneur Network, as we grow, I want you to tell people before we close out this evening how they can become a part of the Herpreneur Network, where there's so many things that are going on, where we are expanding minds and teaching people how to stand and not give up where they are.
Absolutely. The Herpreneur Network, unlike any other network you've been in, we have an interest meeting the 2nd and 4th Mondays of each month. You can send an email to membership@theherpreneurnetwork.com if you're interested. Come join us in Clubhouse. There's a plethora of room on Clubhouse. We have the Weapon Room for prayer in the mornings. We have Marriage is Work. We have Single Snatched and Saved. We have business. We have some fun rooms. Come into the Clubhouse. Anytime you're in that Clubhouse, we have a link tree. That link tree will give you the application to join the Herpreneur Network. You can DM Alicia here. You can DM me. My name is Angela House. You can go to the website that we have on our website, theherpreneurnetwork.com. You can go to the Facebook group, the Herpreneur Network, and join. Say, I need to join. I'm interested. There are over 3,000 women, close to 4,000 women on that Facebook page where we interact with each other. So there's no excuse for you not to be able to join. We got open arms, open hands, and we are looking to expand. We're looking to help you grow. We're looking for you to understand that your purpose is not your end game. It's the long game. And we're there to help push you through.
Wow. Thank you so much, Master Coach.
My pleasure.
For coming and sitting with me around the table tonight. I'm going to take one last sip and salute you tonight. God bless you. Continue your endeavors, and anytime you feel that you want to come and sit around the table, just let me know. Listen, absolutely. Until next Friday night at 8 p.m. Pacific Eastern Standard Time, 5 Pacific Standard Time. I am Alicia, your vision coach, and every Friday night, you never know who is coming to sit around the table. So make it your seat in the house every Friday. And God bless you.
Thank you so much for being my guest
tonight.
This has been great. Thank you.
Good night, everyone.
Good
God
bless
bless you.
everyone.
Until next time, ta-ta.
Bye-bye.